Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Canes will kick it away first. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Bulldogs' return team will have that offense backed up. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. He's back to throw on second down, using the back as a receiver on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So Miami's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. A running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
Give to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Hurricanes will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Right back to the well. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13. And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Got a man in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down. Got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On the move, it's Gilliam. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Just plowing down the field. Stumbled to the ground.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Firing to the right, complete. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. And the Hurricanes have their offense in high gear. Dropping back, it's Bravo. On target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. And the Canes look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And the 1st guy couldn't get him, but the 2nd one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Right back to the well. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Power football with the run. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Mississippi State right back to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
He'll bring it back. It's Gilliam. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer.
And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Got his man quickly. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
All right, defensive ends, you've got to do a better job not getting too far up the field on these pass rush situations. You've got to be able to retrace. You can get to...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Handoff to the single back. The ball pops out, and the defense has got in there trying to pick up some yards. Touchdown, Canes! And the defense doing work. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go to the offense, be like, bro, we don't need you today. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And now on second down for this offense. DB's right up on the receivers. The give to the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down.
First down for the offense.
He's looking to throw it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And they're trying to dig out of the hole on second and long from the 9. Trying play action.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
They'll try the run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fair catch called for and made. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire now on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to take off. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Gilliam. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking for a productive play on first down. Dropping back, it's Bravo. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Canes getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's caught. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup. We've been keeping a close eye on. Nebraska endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Memorial Stadium. And the Huskers came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. And let's be honest, the story of that first half has been the play of that dude under center. Talk about having complete control of that offense. Cool, calm, and collected in that pocket. He's delivered one throw after another with precision and zip. He's checked down. He's hit on the deep ball. All in all, a very impressive first half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Going to the run to start this second half. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Second down coming up. To the air, it's Bravo. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Quick handoff. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Snagged in the middle. It's Gilliam. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! And the punishment has been extended. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
49, Mississippi State, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Comes out throwing on first down. A little release to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll put the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being up-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hart. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. The running back has it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. They'll try to run for it. The Bulldogs get it past the sticks.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the ball.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Right back to him. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun to give, looking for room. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Canes are rolling down the field. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Got a man. It's Gilliam. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. And the Hurricanes have pushed it inside the 20. From the gun, the ground game. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. They need 1 yard on 3rd down to keep this one going. This will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back was one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter.
Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Line gets set, 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front, it's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Offense set on 1st down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first down. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football and getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Canes are in the hurry-up. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just added their total. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Miami, 63. Mississippi
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. This drive will open from the 15. These corners going to give these receivers some space. He wants a big play here late. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the part each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.